I will not eat a pumpkin.
You will not eat a pumpkin?
Yep. I am a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
But you eat pumpkin pie.
Well,
It's your favourite thing in the world, just about.
I'd love pumpkin pie.
With whipped cream.
Oh, come on. There we go. And welcome to another exciting episode.
Feel it real fun. Your questions answered live.
That's right.
Today's show, I guess it's the 6th of December.
Oh my God,
wow, not long to go for Christmas.
19 days. How many Chrissy presents have we bought? One between us.
We have. You bought me
right.
one of my gifts that I know about.
That's right. Oh my God.
I said, get me that, I like that.
So, we're imaginingly, lovingly for Christmas.
But we have thought of ideas for a couple of people as well.
Just remember there's a massive difference between an idea in a business, or an idea in a book, or an idea in a life. All right.
Life. Yeah.
Meanwhile, once upon a time, this show was an idea.
True.
Yeah. we gave up on that.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, ideas and words, they've got power.
They do.
Right.
So go to freenever.com.
That's right.
Join us in manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Oh, yeah.
And for refunds, go to feelitrealfun.com.
Oh, my God. So, I saw sorts of cool people show up like Terry and Stella and Dream-Driven Jesse. He's also in the mod squad. We'll be answering your question live today.
Oh, sweet.
So,
cool.
Shall we dive in,
We
Victoria?
shall.
Because this is a long show.
Oh, yeah, it is the long one.
Sam's here, Patrick.
So if you can't watch it all now,
Thank you.
catch the refund.
Cool. This is a loaner scarf.
Isn't it lovely?
One of the carers at the pool noticed that it was scarfless the other day. And she said, here, wear this and bring it back. I said, cool. So,
Okay.
all right.
The first question's from Susan. When my friends ask me, what do I say?
What do I say?
Yep. Okay. I'm experiencing newfound higher vibrations and intend to climb higher and higher to be the queen and god of manifestation.
Real quick, I'm going to interrupt there.
Yes.
Forget about the vibrations and all that crap, right? Just realize you are what gives life, and we'll keep going. So.
Okay. In my external reality, I have multiple friends who ask me point blank, any new developments with...
All right. Now, this is what's really cool, guys, because this is going to tie in, as usual, with the other questions of the day. So if you're watching a little short snip, watch the whole show. You can find it on the YouTubes, the Facebooks, and so on.
Yeah.
But there's no external reality. Let's play there just for a moment, because consciousness is the only reality. In consciousness, there's what leads, the imaginal act, and what follows the physical world. But they're both within you. Right? Consciousness is the only reality. Your awareness of being is God. And when you get that, it's not like, I'm doing this to make something out there happen. Right? That model will drive you nuts. It'll have you looking for signs. It'll have you answering or asking this question, which I'm really glad you asked.
Yeah.
So...
Right. The blank space is my love, whom I am currently separated from in my external physical reality. However, I know in my bones that he's on his way back to me. When friends ask me point blank, how's everything going, in regards to that topic, how do I answer them in a way that they don't look at me with concerned, puzzled expressions, but also so as not to instill unnecessary negativity? I had a friend who texted me once, and my reply to her was, things are looking up. I've kept it vague, and luckily she did not press for details. If she had, I would not have known how to answer.
All right, so let's dive in. So remember, consciousness is the only reality. Inside of consciousness, there's what leads the imaginal experience and what follows the physical experience, but they're both within you. So years ago, Victoria,
Yes.
I was coming into Australia routinely
Yes.
because I had to leave every 3 months due to my visa.
Yes.
And I had to come back in every 3 months due to my visa, right?
Yes.
Actually, due to I want to be with her.
Yeah, you
right?
were allowed back in every 3 months.
I was allowed back in every
Yeah.
for 3 months, but I had to leave for a couple days, right?
Yeah.
So I was a U.S. citizen at the time. I had a U.S. passport, and I was imagining being a citizen of Australia, right? Okay, we'd be married, citizen, doing what we do because we love each other.
We
right?
loves us.
We loves us each other, right? But here's the thing. So every time I came in, I had to present my U.S. passport to the customs people or the immigration. Somebody, both probably.
Yes.
So I had to hand it over, and they'd say, purpose of your visit to Australia. Now, I didn't go, I'm not visiting, I'm a citizen.
Yes.
Right? Because if I did that, they'd lock me up. They wouldn't
I'm
let me in.
married.
Right? I'm already married.
Yeah.
Right? I'm a citizen. I've been voting for years.
Yeah.
They'd say, right, insano, turn him around, put him back on the bus.
Yeah.
Right? On the other hand, what were they asking about? They were asking about the physical world. So, purpose of my visit to Australia, to visit people. Oh, anyone specific? Absolutely. Where are you staying? I'm staying there. Cool. Proceed. Right? In I go. So they're asking about your physical world. Now, here's the thing. Here's another suggestion, right? Now, there's a lot of duality in this, right? Me versus external reality, right? I'm imagining him coming back, right? If you really dive into Neville, there's a couple things that always show up. One, never make it about a specific him, right? Making it about a specific him is like me imagining you here to attend a seminar that'll be $10,000 for 1 hour. So it's like, what I'm really want is 10 grand and only to go up an hour's worth of my time. You get it? It's all about me. But if I make it right, who will pay me? You will, if I tell you the secret to getting him back and what to tell your friends. So give me 10 grand and come here for an hour. So I will imagine you here with 10 grand. You get it?
It don't work like that.
Doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a happy married wife, you imagine being happily married. You go right to the end, right? And don't make it about him. Oh, I'm going to imagine being, it's got to be him. As soon as you do that, that's where the struggle begins. And that's also what's happening here. All they're doing is reflecting your complications and your doubt. Because Neville says, tell no one. But if you do, right, the only thing they're doing is reflecting your state. So I tell people all the time what I'm up to. I tell, because here's my mischief, right? Because if I'm holding it back because I'm afraid that Victoria will say something negative, then I'm already imagining her saying something negative versus a congratulatory conversation. A congratulatory conversation for me is, damn, you two are an amazing couple. You guys are lovely. I get these emails and people say things and I send them to her, tell her about them because it's fun. So, if you want to be happily married, just imagine somebody complimenting you on, God, you seem like you and your fella get along great. Right? You guys make a cute couple, but don't make it about a specific him. Let it be about you. Got it? So notice also I'm feeding back to you. You're imagining problems with what you're imagining them asking you. I'm imagining your friends telling you, God, you and your fella make a great couple.
Yeah.
But don't make it about that fella. Just make it about you being a happy wife. God, you were such a happy wife. You get it? There's there's the whole experience right there. Boom. So.
Sweet.
How's that, Victoria?
That was ace.
I thought it was pretty good.
And Susan.
Yay, me.
Okay.
Yay, 20.
Yay, 20.
Boom. So, next, Victoria.
Next question is from Beth.
Notice again how they all weave in. This is magical.
How long should I feel it real? What I put was, how long one must do their visualization before they need to stop? I've started doing a new scene. It comes so easily. I see this person's face so clear. He tells me congratulations while shaking my hand, but somehow the shaking of the hand I don't see. I just hear him telling me congratulations. There are a few other words he says to me that sound so real. That is why I love it. I don't want to drag this out any longer than I have to. The time for me to stop is that when it becomes hard for me to visualise this scene. Again, thank you, Beth.
Cool, Beth. Let's dive in. So if I was wishing you congratulations and shaking your hand, you might not see it. Depends how close we are.
True.
Right? But you will probably feel my hand in yours. So you could imagine that feeling. Unless you shake hands like this. Ready?
Yeah.
Right? Some of us do that. Right? We're the cool kids.
Imagine who.
Right? Imagine who. Right? So, but you don't got to see the hand. Here's the cool thing. By the way, you might not. All depends how you shake hands. Me, I'm more of a hugger. So if I was congratulating you, I'd probably wrap my arms around you, and you wouldn't even see me, but you'd probably see the hair on my ear, and maybe feel my leg wrap around your leg as I'm holding on to you. This is fun. Congratulations, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Let it be fast. So many people make this slow. And one of the things that I love that Victoria's brought up before is the click of the cottage door. Look at her. She just goes right into it.
Yeah.
Right? That was what she imagined to imply that the cottage was basically rebuilt, rescued, renovated. So we didn't imagine a whole bunch. It was just the click the feel, the hear, the because the cottage door didn't have a click before. It had a shoestring.
Yeah.
And a door that was half falling off. And
Yeah.
you pull it.
With the shoestring.
Right?
And to get it open, you had to kick it with your
You had
foot.
to kick it, right? The new door, there's a click. Right? That fast. And as soon as you know that, and you can fall asleep in the feeling of, ooh, bang, done. Speedy Gonzalez, Virginia. Yolanda, welcome to the show. Patrick, all right. Cool. So, for the Victoria.
Yeah, and I noticed, Beth, you've used visualization, the word, a couple of times. So we're not really visualizing something here, but I get you're talking about congratulating conversations, so it might just be the country you're from.
Yep.
I don't know.
But I can see her and hear her yum while I feel something that fast. Got it? So it's not how most people talk about just lay there and visualize until you hypnotize yourself out. No, it's what would you see? How would you feel if you saw the world through the state of your wish fulfilled? If I experience her yum, that's it. And I may see her, I may not. I may hear her out in the kitchen going, yum, right? Knowing that, yeah, it's a great lunch.
Having a sneaky taste out of the pot when he's not in the room.
Guys,
Cool.
let's be good. All right.
All right, good one. Thank you, Beth. That was ace.
Goofballs. Cool.
The next
Thanks, Beth.
question's from Liz.
Yo, Liz.
3 core Neville teachings.
These are going to be awesome. Notice again how they all weave together.
Yeah, well, the first 2, definitely. Okay. Hi, V and TT. 1. Okay, so there's 3 questions. 1. What is consciousness? What's the exact meaning of consciousness is the only reality?
Wouldn't we love to know? All I know is I'm aware of being. I'm conscious. What am I conscious of? How am I conscious of? Right? I'm aware of Victoria. Yep, that's within my consciousness. I'm also aware that I don't believe that all women is gold diggers. Right? Some people think all women is gold diggers. Right? And that would have them being aware of Victoria in a very different way. So just notice, like consciousness is the only reality. Like we were talking earlier, inside of consciousness, there's what leads and what follows. The imaginal experience leads the physical experience. Again, really simple basics.
Yeah.
But the key is explore. Because if we just give you an answer and you go, yep, got it, that's one thing. But to actually notice, your imaginal experience leads your physical experience. And it's all what you are conscious of.
Yeah.
Now it gets real versus a head thing.
Yeah, I really get... Well, for me, it's like... it's almost like Neville was trying to say that the converse of that if the only thing that was real was what I can see out there, that's not what he's about. So he's saying consciousness is the only... Everything that you can even imagine is reality.
Yep.
So
that's it.
Yeah, I think that's a cool question.
Mind-boggling boom, says Susan.
Mind-boggling boom.
Focus
Oh,
area.
cool. Was that the Susan that asked the question?
I'm not even... No, this is Liz asking this
No,
question.
the first question was from Susan.
I don't know. I tend not to put last names on.
No, that's good.
Yeah, that way if someone says something like... well, anyway.
Yes.
Right.
The second question is, what do you mean by your reactions create your reality, and how you're aware creates your reality?
Cool. So there's news, right? My buddies at the dog park. Oh, you wouldn't believe the economy this, Trump that, some other person did this. The economy, the world, it's all doomed. I don't give a shit. Just to be blunt. I'm not going to base my income or my experience now on news. You get it? The reason I can say that is my reaction creates my reality. Now, if I actually went, Trump's still in office, I am, right? But if I'm having that kind of reaction, then I'm believing, well, Trump is the main breadwinner and something and crap, versus like, right, what's my real reaction? My real reaction will tell you what my real state is. My real state is I know I create wealth. I can double my income and work half the time. Right? Loving puppy dad, right? Yeah. He's loving me while we're talking. Loving puppy dad enjoys it. Loving teacher knows that, somebody's going to be irritated about it, but they're just going to be irritated about everything anyway, versus they can get the gold, right? Loving puppy dad, loving husband, loving teacher. Those are the reactions that my reactions tell me if I'm in those states, and if I'm not in those states, I get to move. So that's where I'd begin there. What's the third one?
Yeah, I had one thing to put in because I remember how on the first question, Susan was concerned about how. No, in the very first, not Liz's 3 questions, but anyway, Susan was concerned about what people would say when their friends say, "Well, what's happening with this?" Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And her reaction to that almost kept it alive.
Totally.
Kept it getting asked, probably. So I guess something like that for me, shows as well.
It just shows you, where are you?
Yeah.
Because of like, hey, what's happening? Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Right? I wake up and it's like, right, if Bruce is all worked up, I imagine lovingly. Because if I go, wow, Bruce is a dick, and I imagine, oh, it's going to be a rough day at the dog park.
Yeah.
And that's my honest reaction, and
Guess
might
what?
as well stay home.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Sweet.
Boom.
Yeah, and the third question, and again, differences between concept of self and states. Wow, you got some full-on questions here, Liz. Good one.
Cool.
Yeah.
I make it all about me all the time. I have just found, here's where people play lip service. And again, we're just crushing some stuff in our group about this because in other Neville groups, it's just a free-for-all. It's all me pushed out. Right? I'm finding more people are finding them. They're coming up with weird-ass rationalizations with that are just keeping them stuck. Versus, what does Neville say? Change your concept of self. All right. Loving husband, loving teacher, loving puppy dad. If those are my concepts of self, that gives life to... If I give life to those, it gives life to this kind of stuff, this show, this exact moment in the show. I want a BMW. I don't make it about the BMW. I make it about me being a BMW owner. As soon as I become a BMW owner in consciousness, I'll do whatever my role is, so will everyone else. And you've all heard that story before, how the car was listed as soon as it got on the lot. They never listed that early. They always do the checks first. They didn't have the checks done. I went down. They said, like, nobody replies to ads that fast. Well, they put up the ad so that I could get on the computer in 10 minutes and reply, right? It all happened because I imagine being a BMW owner. I go outside, dick around with her for about 5-10 minutes, come inside, get online. They just listed the Bimmer. We go look at it. I say, I don't like those tires. They're like, well, they passed the check. And I said, well, yeah, I'm imagining having good tires on my car because I'm a BMW owner. I don't drive with shit tires. I don't say this. I just feel it, right? Next thing you know, he types it in. He goes, when do you want your car? I says, I want my car now. I've got cash. You've got car. Let's do a trade. And he's like, well, bad news. Can't give you the car because it hasn't been safety checked yet. And so they take the car. They replace some things like some brake pads and stuff and the things on the bus that go round and round. And I'm a happy camper because I got all my goodies at the price I wanted. Done. But that's the thing. I didn't make it about the car, the tires. No. I'm a BMW owner. That's my concept of self. And you can see as a BMW owner, I take care of my car. I make sure it runs good and is safe. So that attitude moves through everything. So that's what I would notice. Neville's definition of states is fascinating, some of the different ways he approaches it. But I'll toss this out from creation, faith, and also power bumps into this. The states are dead until you give them life. They're already created. Someone gets to be a BMW owner. If I slide into that and that remains my dwelling place, I have a BMW. If I become a BMW collector, then Victoria gets to go, where are we going to park them? Right? Loving wife gets to go.
Yes.
Right.
Need to build the garage now.
That's right. So, wouldn't you have to build a Mirage to put them all in?
So, in a way you're saying, so states, all states already exist.
Yep.
But they until you give life to one, it's dead. And your concept of self is the thing. So in a way, they're the same thing. I'm a BMW owner.
Yes.
That you had this concept of yourself and moved into the state of.
Yes.
Yeah, got you.
Yep. Literally stepping into it. Neville says the state that you most commonly return to is your dwelling place. The house that I step into most often is ours. Right? I step into Ron's once every 6 or 8 months or something like that.
The Maxwell's a bit more
The Maxwell's,
often.
yeah, a little bit more often than that.
Yeah.
But this is where I step into the most. And so, boom. So,
sweet.
Thanks for asking this.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
that's great questions, Liz. Thank you.
Oh
All right.
This is going to be so much fun.
The next question is from Sarah, who's in Manifesting Mastery.
Hi, Sarah with an H.
Sarah with an H. I remember when secrets. Oh, I love secrets. Right. Could you put up another time how you put way in the post your job in the nursing home? I want to do that with the job I have now and create a home-based outsourced computer job for myself. Like work from home at any hour of the day and get paid really well for it. Thanks.
Cool. So when I would be wiping Mabel's ass or something like that, it would feel to me as if it's in the past. It's a great way, by the way, to overcome your gag reflex, right? And people gag all day long. So if it's like, right, if you're in the heat of the moment, just feel it's in the past. By feeling it's already worked out, that you're already... So when I'm wiping Mabel down and we're having a lovely little chat, right, it takes the tension off of her, so it gives to her. It gives to me because it takes the tension off of me, and I'm already feeling this as a teaching story, right? And here I am now using it as a teaching story. So that's where you get to play there. On the other side, with what you mentioned, you'll notice that I always keep bringing up, I've got a couple little comparisons in my brain. I listen to traffic, I don't sit in it. I sit in my Ames chair, not the driver's seat. I drink our coffee, not NEVILLE's 7-Eleven coffee. And I answer your emails right now, instead of having to go deal with coworkers that I would not fellowship with if they didn't pay me. Got it? So that kind of imagining, and by the way, don't make that a slogan. Make that you get that's an experience. I can feel my ass in the Ames chair, sip, listen.
Yeah.
Takes just a second. Boom. And there we go. So.
Yeah, one thing I'd like to add, because Neville, he was such a maestro with this time stuff, like I remember when and everything, and he had that fantastic make then, now, and they're here, or something like that.
Yep.
So, as in the future, then make that now. And the reason I mention that is then it makes it so much easier, because if then is now, where you are in the future, it's so easy then to slip into I remember when I was doing that.
Yep, totally.
It's like that passing through time. I love it.
Yeah, you remember when she was single by imagining her married. You don't imagine her getting engaged someday. I know you'll get engaged. You're not that ugly, right? You remember when she was single by imagining her married. How would you feel if she were married? You get it? There's the core. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be worried about her being an old maid that's smelly, right? No. I'd imagine her being just happily married. How would I feel if she were happily married? Just boom. So, cool.
Cool. Thank you, Sarah. Hope you're loving MM. We
Boom.
do. All right.
We love getting to know you guys, by the way. That's the coolest thing for me and MM, because we put it together like 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like it's where people that buy shit become friends and family. Because we say every 7 days we give you an update.
Yeah.
And we say you give us yours.
And we love reading yours.
Oh my God,
yeah. So,
as long as you don't write 10-page books. If you read a 10-page book, I write back and say no.
Yep.
Short and sweet, right? It's a conversation, not a dissertation.
Yes. Yeah.
So, which, by the way, is exactly how Feel It Real works. It's not a dissertation. Oh, right, here's my big thing, and I feel it real for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck, I get exhausted.
Yeah.
I always fall asleep before I finish my wish. Right?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, it's like what you said to Beth about keeping it short.
Short and sweet.
Like the click of the cottage door. It's not a long drawn out, I can imagine sitting in there and hearing the birds. And no, click of the door. That's what sealed
when
it.
Bruce was a problem child, here's exactly what I imagined. Oh, good boy. The feel of that, right? How many times today did we congratulate him on being a good boy?
Loads.
Yeah. Right? So that imaginal act has become our physical experience. The imaginal experience, by the way, what does it imply? Yeah, good boy.
Implies he was a good boy.
That he
thank
was
God.
a good boy, right? That fast. It's the feeling of falling asleep in a state of, oh, good boy. Or waking up and looking forward to taking a good boy to the dog park. Right? Boom. Right there.
Cool. The next question's from Connie, called My Critical Voice.
Oh, Connie.
Hello, Connie.
It's Critical Connie. So
Hi
glad
there, Mr. 2020.
Hi,
I just
Connie.
wanted to let you know I've enjoyed your Facebook page and interpretations of Neville.
I'm glad.
I got your power pack and guilt eliminator pack.
Kaboom.
I'm having issues with my critical voice coming up unbidden and telling me, oh, that's lovely actually, unbidden.
Unbidden.
Yeah. And telling me I can't change things because of past and this won't work. Do you have any tips on top of what is in the power pack or guilt pack on how to get past this? Thanks so much, Connie.
I love when Victoria comes on to me unbidden.
Unbidden.
Unbidden. It's like, oh, Victoria, why are you looking at me like, what is that outfit? Oh, my God. Right? In this room? Right? Oh, my God. See, now here's what's cool.
Yes.
Ready? James, nice to see you. So, and sure, yep, this is a loner scarf. This is so cool. So here's what's really cool, right? So a lot of people try to control the voice.
Yeah.
Right? Change what the voice says. Shut it up. Have an argument against it. Say the word cancel, cancel, cancel 3 times. Now, does that mean say cancel, 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 cancel? Or does that mean just say the word cancel 3 times? Sort of like the power of words, right?
Yes.
So if 2 pairs of twins each had 2 pairs of pairs,
not
how many
this
pairs
one.
would there be?
Just
Again,
say it again for the listening audience.
all right.
'Cause this...
No interrupting me this time, Victoria.
Okay.
Scolding husband. Right? If 2 pairs of twins each had 2 pairs of pairs, how many pairs are there? Oh, I just love that one. Right?
Yep.
You should see the conversations we have at the shops. Anyway.
Yeah.
So here's what's cool. So you can, if you want to change what's going on in there, you change your state. But one of the ways to really muck with this is you make it either Mickey Mouse or seductive, right? So if you've got that inner voice in there saying, "Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that," or "Oh, hi, I'm Mickey Mouse. You can't do that." Right? You can really screw with this, right? Because remember, it's not the words; it's the feeling. Right? And so if Mickey Mouse is going, "You can't do that," oh, no, that's more like, who's that? It's like Invisible Rashid. "You cannot do that." Right? Or, "Oh, you can't do that." Okay? Or "No, you can't do that. You can't do that again." Oh, right? You get it? The tonality changes everything. So tonality is a little gateway to fun states, from what I can tell, because to change your tonality, Victoria. Oh, you get it?
Yeah.
Let yourself have some fun with that, because when the critical voice shows up, it says, "Oh, you can't do that. You're nothing but a putz," like and your mother. oh, right. Versus it's like, "Oh, and your mother."
On the other hand.
Right? So muck with some of that. You can have so much fun. And again, we get to go back to the whole thing right at the beginning. If 2 pairs of twins each had 2 pairs of pairs, how many pairs would there be? Words don't have power. Right? That's why I love little word games like that. And again, just saying, you know what, y'all that think words have power, inside or outside, you can hear them differently. Revise the conversation as you hear it. But you don't have to just change the content. You can change, like, "Oh, you can't do that, Victoria." You get it?
Yeah.
Have some fun with that. And by the way, just being willing to have fun with that inner crap versus being at war with it or trying to control it or strangle it to death, that's a change of state. Because so many people live in this state, I must fight my subconscious mind and beat it to death, versus like, "Oh, hello. Come here, subconscious. We're going to have a chat. Right. From now on, you must speak dirty to me." It's like, ready? "Oh, you can't skip a snack. Oh, you want a bet? I can have a power snack." And then those inner things get fascinatingly fun. So somebody says hello. Unfortunately, I got the screen a little far away, so I can't see the comments well today. But I think it's Yehudit. Says hi, Victoria. And Sonia's watching. So, boom.
Cool.
How was that, Victoria?
That was excellent, 20.
How was that, Victoria?
Yes.
You got to name the words.
Yes.
Those both came from 2 different states. How was that, Victoria? That's right.
Got it.
Boom.
Thank you, Connie.
Connie, that rocked.
I did.
Let's do it again.
Okay.
Let's do it again.
This person's name's interesting. So the next person's the next person is called Channel Girl 33.
Yep, from the YouTubes and elsewhere. Boom.
Wants revision help.
That's right.
Hi. Since I've been revising, I feel much better. However, after a few days, a lot of other emotional stuff has been coming up and I'm very angry. I've been revising those, although I'm fighting with everyone. Then I feel better. Is this common? When I revise, I definitely feel better, but the next day, something else comes up. That happened. That was a bad event. Is it all just wanting to clear out?
Cool. So a couple things. One, revise yesterday. So if this is a pattern and it happened and impacted your yesterday, change your yesterday so that this pattern didn't happen at all. Right? It's sort of like, like whenever I fell down and Denise Corley kicked me in the culottes and so on and so forth, and everybody laughed at me and somebody spit on me or a bird shit. I don't remember which. I can't actually figure out what actually happened. But instead of letting it traumatize me, I can just right, so the last time it bothered me was last Tuesday, whenever Victoria's sitting. And so I can just revise Tuesday night, because none of that Tuesday shit, Tuesday night was...
interfered with
boom,
Tuesday night.
Right? Tuesday night. So every day can be a two-day night.
Yeah.
So, what was the other part on there, Victoria?
Other part.
Oh, yeah. So revise that these revisions are having this kind of thing, just for fun. So you revise, cool, that was a great day. I revised, that was a great day. So revise that into this, right? Second bit, and this is what's really cool. I get that some people teach this stuff. And I say this because I'm in a lot of different groups and I've studied a lot of different things over the past 40 years, right? And so, there's stuff that comes up, there's more stuff that comes up, there's more. So we're just clearing it out. That's a model. You don't have to clear anything out, you just got to move. So Neville doesn't say you got to clear out, clear out, clear out, clear out. Oh no, Neville says the state that you return to most often is your dwelling place. So that's cool, right? If it's shitty outside, go home. Get it? It's these little models that we buy into. This is why in our Facebook group we smash a lot of models, because people show up with this stuff and it's well, would it be best for me to imagine that I didn't have subconscious beliefs from prior lives whenever I was enslaved by voodoo? It's oh, fuck, man. No. Why don't we just skip all that?
Yeah.
Because you don't have to. And that's the fun thing. And this is going to fit in with some other questions, too. So thank you for asking. Anything you want to add in there, Vic?
No, the last bit, because I was just going to mention that, is it all just wanting to clear out? I skipped that bit, but you've already mentioned.
Sometimes it feels like when the waters rise, there's more shit in the ocean, right? Sort of like the whole thing with Manifesting Mastery Week 1. We get emails from people that say, I feel worse, right? And also some of the same people, they write and they say, I didn't realize how nuts I was. Because when you start shining that flashlight of attention where it hasn't gone, you realize, fudge, man, I've been imagining up lots of shit during the day and trying to counter against it at night, versus what if I just nipped the girl's giggle right now? What if I just nipped the news thing right now? What if I nipped talk radio right now? Just these little tiny, those first 6-7 exercises are just gold for nipping all that. So, boom.
Sweet. Good one. Thank you, Channel Girl 33. And I'm glad you're looking on, checking us out on YouTube. That's nice.
Comments and stuff.
Okay. So now this question's from Mathali, and it's manifesting a specific job. DTTMV.
Seems like the longer the email, the further she holds it up from her head.
Oh, he moved. Bruce moved his head. So. Thanks for responding so positively. I absolutely love your energy.
Some people do. Some people imagine our energy is wild, over the top, or sucks, or something, right? I find that fascinating. This goes back to the girls giggled, right? We appreciate that you imagine our energy is cool. Some people imagine it's like, if you just get to the fucking point. Oh yeah, well, I got 1,000 articles to get to the fucking point, right? Just watch those. So, but thanks for loving our energy. Cool.
Yeah, sweet. I've been trying to manifest a job with a specific group, specific title, specific salary. It took 3 months to come up, but it's here, and I've had my first round of interviews. The recruiter loved my profile. Oh,
Cool.
sweet. She was to put me through to the CEO for the final round, but that seems to be taking longer than expected. And I was wondering if you could help me with what I should be doing during this wait so that I don't ruin my manifestation and see it to fruition. I try to live in the wish fulfilled by imagining seeing my work visa stamped on my passport and a short scene at a restaurant with my family celebrating having got the job. Thank you so much once again. Can't wait to see the video. Cool.
Cool. So we had a post in the group about somebody who manifested getting pregnant and is miscarrying or had a miscarriage. This is common. And I'm tossing that in here because there's some really good stuff here. Neville says to imagine the desk. What would you experience? So if you're working at this company, right? Imagine your desk.
Yeah.
Right? How would you feel if you saw the world from the state of your wish fulfilled? Is your wish fulfilled to get the job or to be working at it?
Yep.
I don't think it's getting it. It's like the whole thing of, in one of the other Neville Goddard groups, someone's trying to manifest a text from their special person today, and oh my God, the sun has set and the text is not there. It's like, oh man, well, hope it gets here by midnight, because as the day over, when I go to bed, when the sun goes down, or midnight, it gets so confusing. Versus, what do you want? Do you want a relationship? Imagine how you would feel, how would you experience the world if you had that relationship?
Yep.
Not that person, the relationship. Do you want that job? And I'm not sure why that specific job and so on is all that important to you. For me, yeah, most of my adventures came from the other direction. But if you want that job or that kind of job, experience the world from that desk.
Yep.
Yeah, boom, there you go. And just go from there. Because the visa stamp, again, you're probably not at a restaurant getting congratulations with looking at your passport, right? But if you're actually working that job every day, you're probably, what's it like to drink a sip of coffee and doosh,
Yeah.
on that desk,
Yeah.
right? Cool. I wonder what else could be done on that desk. Meanwhile, that goes back to the earlier question. Right. Thanks for asking. That was great.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool.
That was a good question. Okay.
And by the way, put more buns in the oven. If this is your big bun and it's
Yeah.
on your mind a lot, that just means you're not putting more buns in the oven.
Yeah.
Put a lot of buns in the oven.
Yeah.
See how that way you're not spinning? You're planting more seeds. You don't just have one tree in the garden, you got a garden.
Yeah.
So that helps heaps.
Sorry, Bruce, am I in your way?
Oh, I'm sorry, Brucey.
Okay.
All right. Boom.
The next question's from AR on subconscious beliefs. Hi TT, I know you do teach in your Manifesting Mastery about how to release the triggers from your subconscious mind.
Not really, but go on.
Okay. But for those who aren't a part of it, we can just feel and believe that all our limiting beliefs are out of our subconscious forever. Feel the relief and believe that since it's all about living in the end, I remember you had long back advised me on the same. Just confirming again.
Triggers, subconscious mind, what was
Yeah.
it? Limiting beliefs. God, a bunch of concepts. Right?
Yeah.
So the tough thing is, and I'm not trying to sell you on manifestingmasterycourse.com. Those who get it will get it. But here's the thing. We take a whole week and we explore how people get triggered.
Yeah.
I can't tell you in 20 minutes. Yeah, I wish I could. I mean, it's sort of like the whole thing of, like, if you're going to fly across the world, or if you're going to fly from Pennsylvania to here, it's a 24-hour experience. I can't give it to you in 2 minutes. So, but here's the big thing. There's a lot of concepts in here that you're adding in. And I'd just drop all those. Because here's Manifesting Mastery Lesson 1 of 90 in 42 seconds. Ready? Young guy walking over to the girls. The girls do what?
They giggle.
They giggle. They're giggling, in my opinion, in my experience, because they're happy. He turns around and goes back to his crew and never gets to go near the girls again for the rest of his life. Because he's imagining the girls giggle mean that they're putting him down, that they think he's a schmuck, that he's adding in all this meaning. So he's triggering himself out of the state. But again, it's all about imaginal acts. Okay? He may see the girls laughing, giggling, but he's imagining something. So this has nothing to do with subconscious mind, limiting beliefs, all that crap. It's just, yeah. If we're going to do that, then there's going to be something else. Yeah, it goes on forever. Versus just run with that little girls giggled thing, right? If you go to our Law of Attraction by Neville Goddard group, and in the search box there type in girls giggled, you'll see we reference this a lot.
Yeah.
If you aren't currently getting into manifesting mastery, at least go into that group specifically and type in girls giggled and enjoy the gold. There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
So that's where I would go and kill that whole thing about subconscious and limiting beliefs. And those are just horrible concepts that, I mean, I'm not concerned about her subconscious mind and limiting beliefs. I just imagine her yum.
Yeah.
Boom. Simple. Yeah, that's right.
Sweet.
Yeah, she doesn't need all that other crap.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, AR.
AR.
The next question's from Virginia. What makes a good question?
Oh, that's a stupid one.
Can you talk
I
about
can't believe
this?
she asked that. What makes a good question? Really?
Can you talk about that a bit? For example, what makes for a good question? Can you give me an example or three of good quality questions?
Well, let's talk about questions that suck. Questions that suck lead to answers. Right? How do you spell Goddard? Oh, Goddard. Oh, is it spelled the same in French? How the fuck would I know? Right? Yeah. Bad questions tend to just lead to data. Good questions, quote unquote, if I'm going to make up something, good questions tend to lead to experiences. Right? Hypothetical questions, I find, lead to hypothetical answers. How would I feel it real? For example, if somebody said that they wanted to have $30,000 a month passive income from working at home, but not having their hypothetical mother-in-law, it's like, fuck, man, what do you want? What do you actually want? Tell me about that. See, so good questions, as far as I can tell, they reveal the questioner, and they also lead to experience, right? I'm big on experience. I'm not big on answers. Brian Scott did a great interview with me, and the one criticism that I saw two people having about it was 20 doesn't answer the questions, right? 20 doesn't. 20 answers questions in a way that leads to experiences. If you want answers, I am not your guy. I will not tell you answers. I will, either reframe your question or invite you to experience by asking you a question or setting you in a direction. So, one more tiny bit. So notice I am not giving you a list of criteria here, but I'm answering some interesting.
Question. Yeah.
So here's another thing. Never ask a question that you don't want associated with you. Okay? It's also, you never tell a story that you don't want associated with you. Robert, welcome to the show. So if it's like, God, I can't. People ask really bad questions. Well, like, I wonder how much more I'll be hurting tomorrow. I wonder why this never works for me. Yeah, those are questions that just send you in a direction that is totally useless. Versus just noticing. What I really love are more and else questions. What more can I do with this? How else can I play? Yeah. How else can I give Victoria a yum today? Yeah. What more is possible for this kind of thing? You get it? It's almost like good questions have a flavor that's very different than bad questions. So as you listen back to this, just sort of notice how I weave around a little bit, duck and weave, and have a little bit of fun. But if you want to have real fun...
It's like good questions, I don't know how to say it, but it's like they're opening. They're
Totally.
open.
They open...
Whereas bad questions, just there's your answer and they're shut. It's closed off. It's no more inquiry.
And then there will be more.
Yeah.
How do you spell Goddard? Goddard. Oh, yeah? Is it spelled the same in French? Fuck, I don't know. Right. Well, since you don't know, who would I ask? Endless.
Yeah.
Versus cool. What do you really want to know? Oh, is it available in French? I don't know. But why don't you go to Google and type in Neville Goddard in French? Oh, I thought you might know. I'm not fucking Google. Right? Which will go into Jesse's thing later on. But this is really, really cool. So, from what I can tell, a useful question reveals something new to both the questioner and the answer. And it also reveals something, and it exposes you to an invitation to experience things differently.
Nice.
Here's a question that I say all the time. and I shared this with the people in
The club.
the club the other day. I go to the pool. I walk in. I say, Lucas, what's happening? Tell me something awesome, exotic. Right? Lucas is a 23-year-old hairy guy. He's like, yeah, my man. Like, oh yeah, cool, man. Versus like, oh yeah, how you doing? Does your knee still hurt? Oh, my knee still hurts, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow. You know, when you get older, you hurt even more. Oh really?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. You know what? When I was your age, you know what hurt on me? Oh what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Versus, and then I walk another 10 feet. HT, yo, how's it going? Tell me something exotic. What'd you do today? Nothing. But what I did yesterday was really cool, right? And then you get it. Yeah. A useful question generates something that's useful. A less than useful question, on the other hand, boom. So notice how I answered your question by totally changing the question at the end right there.
Yeah.
So, love you. Thanks for
Does
asking.
that.
He's a tricker,
Thanks, Virginia.
according to Emmett.
Okay. The next question's from Mod Squad and DDD Jesse. I'm not a doormat.
Ooh, boom.
Okay, so I'm noticing a bit of a doormat trend with doing extra work in the physical realm to help, even though I conceptually know that it's not the best way. How would you recommend I stay in the imaginal experience instead of spending the extra time finding links and quotes to share when I should just be imagining lovingly and letting the bridge unfold?
Cool. So one of the things that I absolutely love about you, Jesse, is I wake up in the morning and I see you've shared some of our stuff. In the afternoon, I see you've shared some of our stuff. I so greatly appreciate that because you're getting gold from it. Why not share it? Now, this is fascinating because this showed up in response to some stuff in the group this morning. Because a guy basically said something like, okay, Jesse, yeah, I forget the way he said it, but it was basically like inviting Jesse to go out and be Google.
Yeah, right.
So here's my thing. I'm not a doormat. I'm going to switch that around a little bit. I'm not Google. Mm-hmm. I will gladly share a link or two with you. But like there's a post in the group the other day about like health success stories. And I'm just a little blunt. Search. Make this yours. Because if you take the time to go to freeneville.com and scan through the success stories, or if you have something specific on your mind, cancer, warts, vision problems, whatever, use that search box. Make this yours. Because I promise you, and I will share a link or two. I'll share a link to the success stories, maybe even one or two particular ones, but I'll often end with, and there's more if you go look for them. Or I'll say, and let me tell me what your best bits were. Let me tell me how you apply this. Because I want to give the ball back to you. Because often what happens is it'll be like, okay, give me a link. Oh, cool. Well, what about this? Well, give me another link. Okay.
Yeah.
Versus, right, cool. Here's a link. Tell me how you use this. Right? Here's a link. Let me know what your best bit was. I want to have a dialogue. Because again, I'm not Google. And when I say that, here's the next step. As a loving teacher, okay, that doesn't mean I'm Google. As a loving teacher, I'm going to invite you to experience because I know experience changes experience. And so there's my thing. Yeah, doormat, I'm not a doormat, I'm not Google. I'm a loving teacher. So I'll share some links, I'll share some stuff. I spend $50 a month to have a machine share stuff all over the place for us, right? I'm big on that because you got to keep getting the word in front of people. But on the other hand, it's like, all right, so I see these 52 other things. I had someone the other day say to me, right, well, I downloaded the 221 lectures and something else. Well, what else do you got? And it says, what, you downloaded it 7 days ago. I promise you've not gone through it.
You haven't read all of that.
Right? And even if you read it all, tell me what your best ones were. Oh, well, instead of being a collector, I don't want people to be collectors. I want them to be experiencers. So again, that defines my role. While I help you collect stuff, I'll gladly share. I share probably 200 links a day. But at the other side of the coin, I almost always end with, let me know. Dive a little deeper. Notice the link at the bottom of the page. Click that and let me know. Right? Because I want you to play. So there's the thing. So instead of being a doormat, I'm a playing field. I enjoy you and invite you to come out and play. So Thanks for expressing that, Jesse. And for everyone else
Yeah.
in the Mod Squad and so on, I love you guys. We really do. I mean, we appreciate all that you do to help people. And often the best way to help people is invite them. Yeah, help yourself, man.
Yeah.
Like, type it into the search engine,
Yeah.
right, in the group or on freeneville.com. You'll get some gold, and it'll be yours. Because if you imagine I got gold, and you know how that feels, you'll find your gold, which is really cool. Versus, I've got more questions. I've got 2 more questions. I'm imagining that I have more questions. Yeah, I'm hoping that I get the answer. So, boom. George, I see you got an answer or question, and it's really long. I can't read it all on the thing. Drop us an email with that, and we'll use it on next week's show or a podcast, because we can't do the Seymour thing on here.
Cool.
So, cool.
Okay.
Next to Mundo.
The next question, oh, cool, is from DDD Jake.
Dream Driven Jake.
Revision or let the dead bury the dead?
This is something we covered in Dream Driven Day that is so worth exploring and exploring deeper and exploring deeper. Because we notice there are people that are revision addicts. Oh my God. I've got 32 years of shit to revise. Well, when you're done, you'll be 64.
Cool.
Anyway.
How can I know when something needs to be revised, or I can just let the dead bury the dead? How to slam the door on past imaginings? I'm not sure how to revise a specific reaction or topic without going back to that point in time, getting triggered and going back in the same loop. Then sometimes I'll just say, fuck it, I'll go indifferent, feeling it doesn't matter. But then the what ifs, I need to revise the exact reaction and all of them so nothing bad happens, which feels like revision abuse. If I move, doesn't the reaction from that old state not matter anymore? It's just important that I notice I'm not in my state by my reaction and then move. This reminds me, actually, I'll just say really briefly of one comment I just put on Leanne in DDD, where she was saying, I don't want to surrender to, it wasn't necessarily a revision, but I don't want to surrender to bury the old man. And I said to her, Leanne, I reckon you're not surrendering to burying the old man, you're surrendering to the new state that naturally buries the old man. Because when you're in the new state, it's like that doesn't exist. It's dead. But yeah,
I don't have to bury the old man. That I was great at getting jobs. I swear to God, I got so many jobs that I was not qualified for. Because my background was law enforcement. What's law enforcement qualify you for? More law enforcement, right? I have worked so many jobs that I have not been qualified for. Because I just walk in, I talk, I ask questions, I go, yep, this would be a great fucking place to work. Imagine from the desk, and the next thing you know, they're calling me up saying, I shouldn't hire you. I know, right? But we're going to have a lot of fun. But I was great at that. And then I decided to become psychologically unemployable, right? So the state of great at getting at jobs, that's dead and buried, right? Since I'm now psychologically unemployable, I'm a business guy. That's fun. So that new state of being a psychologically unemployable business guy who blesses billions, cool. That's where I live now. You get it? So that's already buried the dead and all that stuff. So what's cool with revision, on the basic side, revise any time. Revise the conversation as you hear it. Turn some bad into good, good into great, right? Don't let things grow, so on and so forth. But here's what it comes down to. It's a size issue. When you get that you're bigger than the tools, you're bigger than what you're imagining, taking care of it's easy. Because at that point, it's like, the question isn't revise or let the dead bury the dead. The question is, right, given the magnitude that I am, what am I giving life to? Just getting that you're bigger than the potential for a problem. It changes everything. And from what I can tell, that's really what we're here to do. Neville says we came here to know imagination. We go through the pattern of waking up to who we are and how this works, discovering all that and noticing that. But as the magnitude of you as you start to notice how big you really are, it's like, right, it's like I'm not playing with that anymore. That's not my fucking problem anymore. It's not that it'll rear its ugly head if I don't stomp it out. That would imply that there's something out there to... Versus like, you know what? Done with that. Used to have 11 cats and 12 litter pans. Right? Nothing wrong with 11 cats and 12 litter pans. I loved them all dearly and scooped them all daily. Right? But at this time, we're doggy people. We can't have cats where we live all that safely. Right? It just wouldn't work out here. Right? So it's not like, so it's like, all right, but I didn't have to bury the state of cat owner or revise having owned cats. It was lovely. Sometimes they pissed on things they shouldn't. Just like puppies. Sometimes they shit and piss on things they shouldn't. Right? But it's just, cat owner, dog owner. Becoming a dog owner in Australia, the cat owner state just naturally buried itself. And, boom. Doesn't mean I still don't love my old friends and the memories of them and so on. But, boom. That easy. Cat dog.
Cat dog.
Cat dog. So, Victoria.
Yeah.
Since we're having problems trying to read much of anything today, I do want to say hello to a few people. Shana, Kaisha, and... but I think it was a pretty good show. Anything you want to use as tying things up?
No.
Right, so we will close the heavy lid. Today I featured the prosperity prop. I didn't read from it because I can't see a damn thing in it because the light's in front of me.
Yes.
But God, it looks good. When people buy the prosperity pack, I always say, what you might want to do is get your local office store to print this out and bind it because it can be like a thick, yummy book. We don't print it out, you do.
Yes.
Because it's fun. And when it's printed out, you can write things in it and pretend to read it on the show.
Cool.
So, Victoria.
Yep.
Let's ask.
Okay.
All right.
So, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it.
Here's a good question. What's your strawberry bit, Victoria?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question.
Wow, how did you just imagine that up?
Oh my God, that's a good one. Cool.
Cool. Excellent.
So we want to know what's your strawberry bit. Stick it in the comments somewhere on the YouTubes. If you don't know what a strawberry bit is,
check in YouTube.
Check in
There's
YouTube.
a little flick
video
there about what is your strawberry bit.
I don't think I've published that one yet.
Okay.
Anyway, so your strawberry bit, let's say it's your yummy bit, right? So run with that. Let us know.
Yes.
Thank you guys for sharing the show too. We really appreciate that. And for...
visit us at freeneville.com.
That's right. Get on that 221 email list. It's pseudo-random goodness. Good fun. It's like a power snack every day in your inbox.
Join us in Manifesting Mastery, course.com.
That is a structured program. Very German. Right? Takes about 25 minutes a day.
Yes.
Get a little exercise. We suggest that you do 3 times
Expect
a day.
an update once a week.
We want to update once a week, or else we will shame you publicly. It's a lot of fun. Imaginal experience changes physical experience. That's 90 days of really cool experiences that we guide you through. And updates.
Yeah.
Yo, gazah. Gazah.
Yay. And for refunds, go to feelitrealfun.com.
Oh my God. New updates daily.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it's like a breakdance there. All right.
Cool.
So, let's go. Push.
Thanks for joining us.
Alrighty, guys. Have a lovely day.
Yeah.
And we will see you
soon.
Yeah, we'll do our next show when we do our next show.
That's right.
Yeah, Gaza, you missed it.
Sorry.
Gaza's a bad boy.
But we'll be doing a watch party with her later.
Bad boy,
In about
Gaza. Bad boy, Gaza.
7 hours. 8
So
hours.
who remembers which one of the questions that comes from? Who remembers? Oh my God.